right,
Why?
well, let's see what happens. Meeting is being live streamed. Why do I just have the little picture of myself over here? I don't like that.
That's all you
That'll-
need. Use a wallet size. I mean,
Well,
you can't
yeah.
get no bigger with your shit.
Being live streamed.
You're more of a square. That's why.
Yeah.
So
Get it?
what
Get
time?
it?
What
Understand?
time is
Get it?
3:20, baby.
Nobody
See,
can even hear me because
see.
I'm the one that's not on camera or see me. I guess.
Oh, we can hear you just fine,
And
baby.
you can't see me.
What's
Yeah.
going on and on us, big homie? We have little technical difficulties again. Hey, imagine that.
Yeah, listening to the producer and his geometry jokes.
Hey, you want more technical difficulties? My phone's almost dead.
And you got a live animal behind you.
Oh, yep. Yeah. I got the cats. Let's see if we can charge that bad boy. I guess it'll tell me when.
Plug that shit in.
I don't have a cord.
What?
Wow.
Nope.
See, look at
What do you mean you don't have a cord to charge your phone? How is it charged right now?
This is 1935.
What'd you say? It drank whiskey.
Mophie.
Oh, well, get your Mophie going. Did you say what
It
you
is.
did?
Yep.
Oh, well, then you have a charger, fool.
Yep, it's good.
He don't know what he got. He don't know what he got. This is 1930 something, pre World War II, and his equipment is like the flyest equipment you could possibly have in 1935.
Never had an issue before I moved to this fucking godforsaken city, and fucking now internet sucks and fucking.
Don't be talking
Wi-Fi
bad
sucks
about it.
and
Don't be
everything's
talking bad
fucked.
about it just because they got 1G LTE, bro.
Something like that. But hey, it's gonna have to work for now.
It's gonna work
till we get somewhere. But yeah, what's been going on over in the 206-425 area, homie?
Man, nothing really, man.
You better be working on your golf game, though.
See, I knew you were gonna get on that at some point in this damn show again. Because after I got off from last week, and you was pressing me major, which I really didn't appreciate because you pressed me in public on a universal stage. You know what I mean? Because this is not just regional situations here. This is going out. You know, that's why they call it the world wide web. You know what I'm saying? It's going out everywhere. So you press me
you on the spot
way too hard. And I'm gonna tell you like this, homie. After watching the Centuries this past weekend, American Century Pro-Am, all the famous names, Tony Romo, TJ Oshie, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, all of them. I'm gonna tell you like this: the first time I ever swing a golf club on a course is not about to be at somebody's benefit. No, I am not about to. That's not the stage I want to be embarrassed on. I'd rather be embarrassed on the small stage. I'm not being embarrassed on a whole live thing while we donate and this kind of thing to situate. No.
You only get caught by the drone every once in a while. You only get a few pictures here and there. There may be a few cell phone cameras out there. You ain't got nothing to worry about, bruh. You've been to the driving range just like Top Golf. You got to get practicing. So if you ever hit up a Top Golf, you got to take the kids to Top Golf. You got to get some practice.
You're acting like Top Golf is like real golf. That is just swinging and hitting. You're talking about playing a court. I'm not about to be sitting over there behind a tree trying to figure out how to hit something because my stuff is in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying. Look, bro, it's a whole lot going on in my head.
But remember, it's everybody hits, so you don't even have to use your ball. So
y'all could just use me. I'm gonna be the DP. I already figured it out already. I'm gonna be the DP. I'm the designated putter.
There you go.
That's what I'm there for. And a good chip out the sand trap. You know what I mean?
See?
A good wedge out the sand trap. That's what I'm good for. I'm good for something like that.
You've already got 2/3 of the game down, homie. And then a drive, nobody's good at hitting a driver. So the driver, he comes and goes every once in a while. So it's all easy money. It's all fun. Plus, after about, a bottle of your famous bourbon that you're gonna be downing, you'll forget all about all the cameras and all the fun you're having.
No, that's the worst. That's the worst part. I'm gonna be fully aware of everything because I can't have a good glass of the uncle or something like that because of this damn medication. So I'm gonna be up in here wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, knowing good and well that I am fooling around, and I am going to care a whole lot about it because I'm completely sober. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all bad. I'm gonna be way too into my head, way too many neuroses going on.
It'll be all fun. It'll be fun. Hey, so uh before we get into the show here, I have to like spread a little news. I did have an interview today, so hopefully that went well with a warehouse type job. Pretty seemed like a pretty cool gig there. Small family business type thing. So not what do you call it? Not a family business, but locally owned dude who took over for his dad. So now he's running the ship that was started in 1972. So good little business they got going on over here. So we'll hopefully hear back next week from that, because
I sure hope it ain't no physicalities involved.
there is actually
you're some suspect.
There's some just loading boxes of lightweight boxes and traveling. So I've seen the boxes. It's all easy, good looking, good smooth transitions from
this fool gonna be asking for his paycheck by lunch. Be like, look, I'm out. No.
No, not like the actual.
Y'all ain't got no pallet jacks around here.
It'll be good though. We'll see what happens. So, hey everyone, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show on whichever podcast platform you listen to. Go to thisisphoto.com for more podcasts and online content as well. Follow me on Twitter at Stick015. Follow this guy, Nas Big Homie, at homie_anonymous.
The man, Chico.
So before we get started, what you got that got you all fired up this last week?
Oh, well, shoot, man. Hey, look, we've been cooking. You know, I'm always cooking up something, always stirring up pots. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I figured it'd be a good little week. We could start off with some stuff, man, that just get us fired up. Every good show has a nice little observation that everybody feels like they had since the last time we talked. And I think this is a good opportunity for us to be able to lay that down and give everybody a little piece of our minds on what we feeling like. And this last weekend, man, I'm telling you, there was an all-star game this last weekend.
There was?
Exactly. Okay, now it was the WNBA all-star game. It was. But I'm going to tell you like this. I didn't hear no pub for it. I don't know about anybody else, but I didn't see no press, no pump, no nothing for this. And they always wonder why the women's game is struggling. It was at 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning, huh?
It wasn't even prime time.
On Sunday?
Yeah, on Sunday. It wasn't even a prime time situation. It wasn't even prime time on cable. So they had to air it first thing in the morning on Sunday when there's nothing on but Jimmy Swaggart and Face the Nation. That's what they put it on against, bro. That is sad, G. As seen on TV commercials and preachers.
And then like the just like we discussed with like the women's softball World Series,
yeah,
they needed to play a little more games. They have all this ESPN content that's nonsense right now, so they needed to play some of those. You couldn't have put like I'm sure it was on like ABC. The women WNBA was like on NBC or ABC or something. Like you couldn't like promote it a little bit, like talk about it on ESPN or any of these other platforms.
I've even been watching some of these summer league games just to get a feel for what some of these dudes. Some of the guys, because I don't care about any of them. I just wanted to see what Chet Holmgren looked like, and I wanted to see what Pablo Banchero looks like, and the other kid, who went number 2 or 3.
I wanted Jabari to see what Smith.
Yeah. I wanted to see what they look like, if they look like men out there or not. And I didn't see no ads on summer league games. So you're trying to tell me you can't even promote your own thing on summer league games. And I tuned in for this. Now I didn't catch it right off the rip because I just stumbled into it. I get up that morning fooling around and I hit the TV, bang, bang, bang. Oh, snap, look at what's on. I turn it on immediately. As soon as I see All-Star Game, I'm immediately turning it on. And these girls got game, man. I'm trying to tell you, if you watch the game, there are girls out there that have legitimate game. Not all of them look all clunky like I don't want to watch this, right?
Mhm.
So, yeah, I'm
And they
saying,
have
so you got
I
to
saw
watch
they had
out,
like
man.
the 4-point shot too. So they added some features to it.
Yeah, they tried, they pumped it up. They added the 4-point shot. That's a good call. That I forgot about. But man, I'm telling you, man, there's girls out there that got solid ass game, man. And which makes me wonder why one of the all-star events for the NBA is not a co-ed game, right? They need to
Mhm.
have a co-ed game. Now it's gonna be just a, kind of like a celebrity game or an all-star game, because clearly, you know what I mean, you'd have to, it couldn't be real competitive, you know what I mean? But they need to have a co-ed all-star game once upon a time, so you could have all of the dominant women that's in the game actually go in there and get defended, and you could actually see how good they are if they can hold their own against the dudes, man. I'm trying to tell you, because there's some girls out there, and I even was watching the game and I said, I know a lot of the women that's out there getting it. Who is my starting five, my all-star starting five if I was making a WNBA starting five team all-star? Easy for me. Easy for me. But it came up, I had a little bit of surprise in there. So you got to put in Brianna Stewart, because she is like, she's a killer. She's like Kevin Durant. That's what she reminds me of. Kevin Durant, easy. You got to have Candace Parker, number two. Okay, XLA Spark. She's still doing it. Then switch to Chicago Sky. They still want winning championships as early as last year. Got to have her. Okay. Then you got to have Jonquel Jones. She's won every single award you could possibly imagine in the WNBA. She's been the MVP, the sixth man, the damn All-Star MVP, the this, the that, the scoring champ, the everything, bro. All right. And she's kind of like, she reminds, who she reminds me of? She reminds me of Zach Randolph. Okay, but maybe that's just because of her build and whatnot.
Yeah.
but she was busting fours out there all day during that whole game. So she is straight nice. And close your mouth, everybody. She is dominating in the WNBA. She's like the big name right now. Jonquel Jones. You ain't heard it from me yet. You might see her on commercials one day whenever they let WNBA women get on commercials. But anyway, and then you got to have Kelsey Plum, UW represent. Serious game out here, bro. I'm talking about like the shakes and the whole nine, because I caught her first. WNBA, she is a gold medalist for 3-on-3. If y'all didn't know this neither. So I'm letting y'all know what time it is with all of these players. And last but not least, you got to have Aja Wilson. Okay. She's out there giving it up every time. And if Brittany Griner was out of jail, yes, and she'd probably be a first round pick easy on my squad. And she probably would be. And I'd probably take her over Aja Wilson, still to this day, in jail or not, incarcerated or not, convict or not. Big homie roll with the convicts. But anyway, that would be a damn squad, man. And I'm trying to tell you, man, don't sleep on women's athletics, period. Especially, again, I'm going to reiterate this again. While we're talking about this month where they've been talking about Title IX and 50th anniversary of women's athletic expansion and the ability to do all of this, yo, don't sleep, man. The fellas, man, don't sleep. Show some love to your local, national, regional, state women's athletic squads, man, so they can grow this thing and it could be large. They got a women's tackle football that they aired on ESPN the other day, believe it or not. Okay, I caught this for a hot second. I couldn't watch too long of it, but okay, I got to keep it real from a fan's perspective. They got to do something with that game. They need some athletes out there, but that this stuff is starting to get aired, because look at how much channels and broadcasting capacity that we have in our country now. We will broadcast anything, bro. They will broadcast us.
They have, well, like you've mentioned offline too. They got the the foot volley They got
Oh my God,
all
bro.
sorts of crazy. That other game that you bounce the freaking ball off the net with your hands or off
Yeah,
the
man.
little trampoline with your hands. They air all this stuff. Why can't they air? Why can't they show the WNBA some love on that, along with like the other national sports that the women partake in? So, you
Basketball
know,
is so large, bro. And you know what? And I'm gonna tell you like this. This is what I think it boils down to. Because this is what I mean. This is what I'm fired up about. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I mean, I'm not even gonna pull no punches. Now, this might sound misogynist and all of that, but I'm telling you, they can't wear the same uniforms as dudes, bro. Okay, they can't wear the same uniform type as dudes. It's gotta be like a volleyball uniform, or it's gotta be like a wrestling singlet, like the Australian women's basketball team wore that one year in the Olympics, and it was just tights, straight up.
yeah, I'm
Now,
sure they'd love that.
look, I'm telling you, I'm just trying to tell you what pops. I'm a producer myself in my own right. Okay, I'm trying to tell you what pops off in the United States when we look to view sports athletics. You know what I'm saying? From a guy, especially when you have a mirror image sport in the NBA, right? If you want crossover and you're the WNBA, not that you have to force anybody to do anything, but I'm trying to tell you that will go a long way for viewership and this kind of thing. Because Australian basketball women's team, look it up. Lauren Jackson, when she used to play for the Seattle Storm, multi-year champion, played for the Australian Olympic national team. They was wearing the what looks like a U.S. swim team fit, and that's what they hooped in.
Yeah, I remember I think we talked about that during the Olympics part of that, because that was something that caught our eye. We're like, holy smokes, what the heck's going on right here? Um,
Made
so,
watching
wow.
it a little bit easier for me. I'll tell you that damn much right now.
Right? Oh, wow. Well, I don't even know what got me fired up this week, except for our technical difficulties, like, is driving me insane. So
broadband has got you fired up.
Broadband is not bandwidth or whatever. It is not going very well right now. But on some lighter news, man, well, I know we're talking about baseball here in a second, but 3-0 last week in the little Washington State legal plays of the day. Once we got off the air last week, we threw in a couple. Toronto, Seattle over 9 for the game, over 9 runs for the game. Seattle +5, plus a half, first 5, and then your Dodgers run line -1.5 that we discussed that has suddenly fallen off until the last couple games, I believe, with the Dodgers. But that's some good news and some good notes there. But dude, I was just thinking too, the Baltimore Orioles are on a 10-game win streak. The Seattle Mariners are on an 11-game win streak. Can you imagine rolling with those dudes? If you just caught a heater on that, that'd be some solid profit dollars, return on your investment there, so to speak, for if you rolled through those the last 10 days, that'd be crazy. So, but yeah, we'll get into some more baseball here in a second. Only thing else I think we could chop it up about is, I know we've been talking about the freaking Deshaun Watson nutcase that's going on still.
The never-ending story. Yeah.
Yeah, right. They settled. So the Texans settled 30 of the claims themselves. So he got off with no payment of these. Is that how I read that? And is that what's really going on? Or there's still 4 cases out there, supposedly.
It's either 4 or 5 still out there that have not been settled or nothing in no way. But you remember at the very tip of this thing, he settled a couple of them right off the rip.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember. So this is now Houston saying, well, what they're saying in their statement is that, hey, we didn't do nothing wrong, and we're not saying that we're admitting to anything, but we just don't condone sexual misconduct and these type of things. So here's a settlement piece. Included in this check is a non-disclosure agreement. So
I was just gonna
mum
say it.
is the damn word. Okay. But yeah, in the first article that I read, it broke it down. It was over 60 total claims from women, or 60 people that they had researched, over 60 that he had gotten massages from. 20, we know how many cases there are. Then they broke it all the way down. It was like another 10 who said he ain't ever did nothing to them. Another 4 who got kicked out by the court during grand jury. Another one, of course, said hell no because the woman wasn't credible and blah blah blah. So there's a whole bunch of information out there. This is Houston just saying we
As
think
an
that whatever happened, yes, as an organization, it's unfortunate, and we feel like here you go, because we're moving on with what we got on in here right now, and it is about to be training camp. The cameras are about to be turned on. The national cameras are going to be turned on when preseason hit. We don't want to have this be the topic for our team because dude's gone. Take that over there to Cleveland. Take that over there. Right. So I think that's the move that I think that they was trying to pull with this as far as the Texans go.
Yeah, it seemed like they just wanted to, like you said, wash their hands clean and say, hey, this is we are not associated with this guy anymore. He's not here. We're moving on.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how they wanted to get it, get a fresh start, so to speak, which, we already know that
sorry, but not sorry.
Their franchise is a disaster at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you brought up an interesting topic offline too about Lamar Jackson getting paid the money. They haven't paid him yet, right?
Nope.
Lamar hasn't been paid.
Nope.
So this is his last year of his rookie deal, so he wants to get paid.
Yep.
So
word on the street. I was gonna say word on the street is that oh boy is doing the negotiation himself.
Lamar is. Well,
That's
isn't his mom his agent, or his mom was his agent?
Yeah, it's them too. So that's the first thing that I found funny. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I was trying to think that I freaking have it, but I can't pull it up due to circumstances. But in the last 3 years, I believe it is maybe 2018. So last 3 years, Lamar Jackson has the third best winning percentage as a quarterback. Yeah. Behind Drew Brees and blanked and someone else, but I think he's the third best winning percentage since then. But however, like you said, paying all these quarterbacks all this big money, where does Russell Wilson rank? Or not Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson rank? Like, I wouldn't say top 5. He could probably be thrown in there 7, 8 ish, maybe with right now with the quarterbacks in the league. But I mean, 10 through 20, 10 through 30 is 10 through 15. You might have a little bit of a battle, but I mean, really 15 through 32 is all
the same.
Throw them in a freaking bingo parlor and pull them out one by one, and they're all about the same, right? So interesting to see. I mean, just
if you're the Ravens, you cutting the check?
I think at the Ravens, with the way that they piece together, I think if you have Lamar at the helm for the next 5 years, you might as well get him now. Hopefully you can get it to 30 or 35 million, the going rate for a starting quarterback. So you'll be at least decent for the next with Harbaugh there, because he's the main factor in keeping that thing together. He's like Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, right? They're always going to find a way to win, and I think you go and do it if that's what the money. I think that's what they do, whether they like it or not.
No, I'm not doing it.
Going rate's going to be.
I'm not doing it, bro. I'm gonna tell you like this right damn now. Okay, it don't work. It don't work. I'm not giving them the bread, bro. Okay, do you want to bounce? Bounce. because guess who I would rather have before I took this cat? And mark it down that I said this today, bro.
All right.
He ain't gonna have no bigger career than Mike Vick. He ain't gonna have no bigger career than Steve McNair. He ain't gonna have no bigger career than Cam Newton. He ain't gonna have no bigger career than Tony Banks. No, not my bad. Not Tony Banks. I had to throw an old Rams quarterback in there. But anyway, no, dude, it's not gonna happen, bro. Look at Colin Kaepernick. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I will take Jay Cutler right now over Lamar Jackson. Where is Jay Cutler, by the way? Okay, I see his ex-wife all on TV, like she's a TV star now. I don't know if she was before that, but I'm starting to notice that her name is always draped across the TV now. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, no, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Look at RG3. Look at RG3. Look at what happened to Terrell Pryor. Look at what happened to Slash. Look at what happened. Who all came behind here that's falling off. All of them, bro. There's more names. Bro. I'm just spacing out.
The money part where you get
that style of play is not going to win me a title, bro. It's not going to win. Look at what the trend has gone back to. They after Russell Wilson, they didn't even want no more quarterbacks like that ever again. Look at who came out after that. Goof. Yeah. Matter of fact, Carson Wentz too. But look at who all came after Russell Wilson, bro. Goof, Herbert, Burrow, Mac Jones, Tua, all these quarterbacks that's been coming on the scene. That's pocket style quarterbacks. That's why Jameis is trying to get his life together, because that's what style he is. He's not out here trying to be, you know what I'm saying, joysticking with everybody and hitting the turbo button. No, he's not for that. Okay. And I'm trying to tell you, that way of playing, you can't defend, you can't put all of your offense on your quarterback, because you need him to score half of your team's total season touchdowns, one way or another, passing and running.
Right. You're going to put him in that situation to get himself hurt every freaking play.
It's not going to work, bro. Everybody eventually, just like y'all saying that they don't value the running backs anymore. If you're gonna put Lamar Jackson back there like that, then you don't value him neither. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what you need, because he's bound to get hurt. I don't care what happens. Look at Cam Newton, and Cam Newton is way bigger than him. Okay.
Or bound to slow down a little bit, even after a couple more years. He's still young, but I mean, he's just definitely gonna. And then as we talked about before, the defenses, are going to start to sniff this out. Do you not think that the number one game plan defense-wise that any team is going to set up against the Baltimore Ravens is to make sure there's nobody, that Lamar Jackson isn't going to get out of the pocket and run for 27 yards of play, So they're going to be able to game plan for that a lot easier now after the
defenses have been doing it since Michael Vick.
Adapt.
You know what I mean? They don't let anybody get down with that for too long. Nobody. Look at Russell. Russell stopped dead in his tracks. It was a couple years ago. We both started saying, "Oh, what happened to the naked bootleg sneak out the back door that used to be so successful?" He just stopped it altogether.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He just stopped it altogether and was like, "Oh, here's this rainbow shot that I just picked up now." Right. And that just starts hitting. And that's what you go with, man. That's what you start to go with. Run an offense.
And I think you hit it on the nose, homie, is that you said, look at who's been drafted since, that back in the day. You nailed Mac Jones, Herbert, Burrow.
Everybody's a pocket passer in the league.
Back to the pocket passer, because, the prolific quarterback where you could run and pass. There was a time for that for 2-3 years, but not so much anymore. And, do you pay him, $35 million and make him be the pocket passer quarterback? Do you believe in him that much? I think they're going to have to, but you say no.
If they do, that's on them, but that's not the smart move, man. How many top line How many running backs could you put in a queue right now that you would want to have in fantasy draft? Could you put 5 that you really want?
As a running back right now?
Yeah. Could you put 5 in a queue that you really want?
If I had a quick, yeah, I could probably pull some out real quick. I mean,
it's Derrick Henry. That's it.
Yeah, Henry, Kamara.
No, because he was garbage last year.
Yeah, but I mean, I think give him with Jameis.
Well, I'm just saying, and that's what
There's
I'm saying.
Couple.
But it's the same thing. It's the same valuation. So if you're making him do half of that job, man, you're diminishing the skills, and you're not getting the majority of the skills that you need out here. Why you think Hollywood wanted to leave, bruh? You think Hollywood Brown want to stay there and get hit up when the ball is not coming down the field? He's just running down there, running wind sprints every time, because every play, I feel like I'm just gonna have to run to make this happen. That's not gonna be good for wide receivers, and that's why they haven't spent no money on wide receivers, and they haven't made a name out of anybody playing wide receiver out there since he got there.
Since Anquan Bolden, whatever that was, is about it. But he didn't have Lamar throwing to him, I believe.
Nope.
All right, let's get into some baseball talk, because there's a lot of good things going on in the baseball world. And the only real good thing I'm talking about are the Seattle Mariners, 14-1 in their last 15, 11-1 in July. Lost the July 1st game, but everybody's excited. They're starting to get a little bit more of recognition from the national spotlight here, and then you're going to get the national spotlight in the home run derby, which we'll talk about here soon. But man, what a fun ride it's been. It's been fun to watch, especially with my unemployed ass being able to watch the games a little bit here with enough time on my hands. But you know, it's fun to say. I mean, they're still 11 back from the AL West, but they did take the wild card, making moves, getting up there with the AL East beating the hell out of each other. And all those teams being above 500. That's crazy to see how well the AL East, the Baltimore Orioles we talked about earlier, you know, they're one game above 500 right now. And the, you know, the Yankees have not fell off, but they're, I think 4-6 in their last 10.
Yeah, they just cooled off.
They cooled off a little bit. Yeah. And then, so it's fun to see the Mariners and a lot of people talking about, you know, I'm hoping that the national broadcasts are talking about the Baltimore Orioles and the Seattle Mariners, not combined together, but given a little bit of a different outlook, right? We don't want to be affiliated with the Baltimore Orioles, but however, right now, they're only a couple games worse than what we are. They're fighting for a wild card spot too. And I was talking to Barcott about this the other day. Is like, I know we all said they wouldn't be good. You know, they wouldn't. We said they'd be terrible, or I said they'd be terrible. The Baltimore Orioles, that is. And then now they're above 500. I don't think anybody could have expected that. I forgot what their win total was. I want to say it was only like 56 or 61 projected, something like that.
That's probably crazy, because I guarantee you I probably gave them no speech. There was no breaths came out of my mouth in regards to Baltimore Orioles.
I'm pretty sure we just said under, whatever the number was, under win totals. You know, nothing going on there. So, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, in the AL West, I mean, the freaking Houston is Houston, right? I don't know how they're going to stay the second half. I know the Mariners open up. They play the Houston and New York after the All-Star break, like pretty quickly. I think it's the first series is back, but they got to start making some moves on Houston and see what happens there. And Houston has to hit the decline. But speaking of the AL West real quick, and I know you brought this up, homie, is who's to blame for the Angels disaster, right? You got Trout and Shohei, and you know, that's that. I don't know. And then now Trout is hurt again. So is he just going to take the rest of the year off like he did a couple of years ago when he got a little, I think it was his ankle or something, took a ball off the ankle. But you got Trout and you got Showtime, and they have 0 wins to show for it. And I don't think we discussed it. And then the freaking fired the manager too after that like 8-10 game losing streak that they were on. Front office time, they're still owned by the Disney guy. So time to make some changes somewhere in the organization there. But what do you do? I mean, can you unload I mean, do you unload Shohei or Trout?
Dude, it's unfair to him if you don't. Yeah, to be honest with, come on, bro. I mean, this lies squarely on the shoulders of the Angels in their front office. I don't know who's in their front office because come to find out, Disney is no longer ownership in there.
Oh, it's not.
It's
Okay.
no longer the ownership in there, so that might be a part of it. Maybe they don't have the same outside revenue coming in for them to be able to pull the Albert Pujols move that they were able to pull back in the day, even though it did nothing for them, right? But they were able to pull moves like that with big name players. It's all on them. You can't just have Showtime and Mike Trout. The Showtime, I think, is probably a diamond in the rough that they did not expect. They just did some great scouting, brought a guy over, and said, "Let's just do it." Right? Trout's coming back. We hope. Right? It was always one of them things. Oh, we got Mike Trout. Okay, and let's just bring this kid along and let's just see what happens. Let's get Anthony Rendon. Let's spend a little bit of money, and then let's just play it out. And last year, look what happened. Showtime's out there by his damn self, man. He is a player. It is going to be completely unfair to this dude if the Angels don't get in a selling mindset with Showtime to maybe get some a large haul of components, like somebody's going to get, like the Nets are going to get from somebody, from Kevin Durant. This is the kind of thing you need to be doing if you're in the Angels position, because to be honest, I would probably try to get something for Mike Trout too. Because look, it just looks real bad, man. From what I was seeing, this is not the productivity that I was expecting to have from the Angels when I picked them to win the division. I didn't expect it for them to have a negative run share this year, right? I didn't expect for them dudes to be under 500 at home. Okay. I didn't expect for them to be under 500 on the road. I didn't expect for them to be under 500.
It just the downfall. And I think, I mean, how many years is Mike Trout into his deal? 3 or 4? Might be more. I don't know, but
I think it might only be 2.
okay.
Or unless that would, because that last one might have been an extension. I'm not 100% sure, but that last one may have been.
I mean, don't you think you unload? I mean, don't you think you unload Trout because you're still going to be able to get something for him? I mean, at this point, yeah, if I agree with you getting something out of Shohei too. However, I think
you say Trout is you got to get Trout to get the
easier piece to move could be Trout, in my opinion, right now, this year, somehow, one way or another.
12 years, 426 is the number. Signed in March 19.
Yeah, so 3 years ago.
Jeez.
So he's got 9 years on a contract. That's going to be hard, but you know,
if you're the Angels, you can't get rid of Mike Trout because you just signed him to 12 by 436. You can't. But are you gonna give the same thing to Showtime? No. Is he worth that? Probably. So you need to go out there. You need to go out there and see if you can get somebody who is going to be willing to pay that large market. Yankees, Dodgers. Damn it, I don't know who got extra money like that. The Mets. Large market squads who got, I don't know if the Cubs got enough juice to pull something like that, but I know the Cubs are a large market, you know what I mean? But somebody
White
with
Sox, maybe, I don't know, but I don't think they spend money.
Yeah, because I would say shit, he probably enjoy himself in Miami, or somewhere like that.
Yeah, and isn't Trout from like the East Coast or
Philly?
Jersey?
Yeah, Jersey,
so
but
like
he loves a Philly guy. Yeah, he's a Philly guy.
So I mean, I don't know how San Francisco, maybe, I don't know if they would spend, but Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
see,
right.
staying on the West Coast for Showtime would be great. The Giants, the Mariners, either one of those would be great for Showtime. And then you let the Mariners give him the 400 if they pony up, or you let the Giants give them the 400 and see if they'll pony up, and that'll be the one guy that they have. You can't do it when you're the Angels and you're working with Mike Trout and you got absolutely nothing else but Showtime. You better go get something for Showtime. They have to be sellers, bro, or they just don't disrespect this kid. That's all.
I think I think you hit that one on the nose, homie. I want to talk a little home run derby. The participants in the home run derby.
Yeah, I see. They finally announced everybody yesterday.
Yeah, I think they did it like literally while they were doing like the home run derby show or something like that, or maybe it's the day before. I don't remember when it was, but or no, I think because Seager just got put in last night. I think they did it last night, didn't they? What's today? Friday?
Yeah, I seen Seager, and because the first person's name I saw was Kyle Schwarber, and I was like, y'all got problems.
Yeah.
Y'all got problems already.
So
And
here's
then what's the matchups?
Yeah, I'll roll through the matchups real quick, and I found the lines on them too. So you got the number 1 seed Schwarber at plus 320 versus number 8 Pujols plus 1900. This is to win the whole thing too, by the way. And then you got the 2, you got Alonso plus 215 against number 7 Acuna plus 600. Number 3 Corey Seager at plus 850 versus Julio. Number 6 at plus 1000. And then the matchup I like the most in the first round is this one: Soto plus 600 versus Jose Ramirez plus 1500 to win the whole thing. And I think you right off the bat, your first pick when you first saw Schwarber would be a problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that, especially since it's a hot streak he's been on. But I think the winner comes from the 4-5 matchup right here, with Soto or Jose Ramirez. I think that's where the winner is out of the matchups there. Soto, I don't know. His swing is I think he's just going to get in that groove. And I think he still
but
has
didn't he have one hot round last year and then tired out? One hot round and then just got flamed out in the second round.
Yeah. And so hopefully that kind of gets him, a little bit of that jitters last year when he was in there, doing it maybe, and then bounce back this year. But like I said, either one of those guys, I like Soto or Ramirez in that to be able to put on a show.
Are you sleeping on King Pete?
I think his time has come.
Dog. You can't sleep on King Pete.
I think his time has come. But he can hit some bombs.
Especially here. This is like his forte. This is where he lives. He loves this. He swags this out. He's got the chain on. You know what I'm saying? He's coming out. He's got his own entrance music. King Pete is swagging the home run derby the hell out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I thought the Latin boys would be on it, you know what I'm saying, doing the most. But King Pete knows this is his. You got to pry this from his cold damn hands, bro. Watch out for King Pete. He's my favorite still.
He's your favorite right now?
Kyle Schwarber is my dark horse. King Pete for the 3-time
2
repeat.
and the 1, and I got the 4 and the 5.
Yeah, I would take King Pete because of what I saw last year. Okay, after what I saw last year, the way he came out, I mean, he was like, "I'm going to win. I'm sorry, y'all. I mean, I don't even know what y'all doing here." During the intro music, he's putting everybody on notice that this is me. This is where I eat at. Okay, I don't care how many home runs y'all have against live pitching. Okay, this is King Pete. King Pete's like, I don't care about real pitching. The home run derby.
This is the batting practice.
Practice? We talking about practice? King Pete goes out there with some batting practice and goes yard really hard. So I got to go with King Pete number 1 because I don't see nobody being able to. He done been in the heat of the moment. He knows when to take the breaks. You know what I'm saying? You can break it all down, the psychology of the way the competition goes. He's already did that multiple times. with success. Yeah, it's King Pete, man, and I guarantee he's gonna be swagged out all the way again too, all the way up.
And you're tuning in for the home run derby on Monday night,
Oh, for sure.
Followed by the captain's ESPN debut.
If
30.
if I were you, bro, I wouldn't be surprised. I would throw a unit down on Julio because you don't know. Why not?
Yeah.
Well, plus 1,000.
Plus
Come on,
1,000.
Come on,
plus
man.
1,000. Throw it in there. All right, we'll talk. Might be worth it. Might as well give it a shot.
Make it interesting.
Gotta support the hometown boy, baby. Let's
10,
do it.
10. I'm gonna pass up 10-1 on an unknown versus.
Yeah.
I just need to know who his batting practice pitcher is. If it's somebody related to him, oh yeah, good money.
Uh-oh. The father
Good
son
money.
duo.
Yeah, boy,
Yeah.
or the brother, or any of that. Yep, it's good money.
Well, we're gonna have to keep checking. You should peep out the EQC this weekend, see what you get down there.
So we need to see if we could find that, if that's available somewhere, because that's
I've
the
been
best
able to-
insight you could get is who's going to be pitching for these cats. Like, who is Kyle Schwarber going to have to pitch for him?
Yeah. And who's Alonso going to have the same guy that's thrown to him the last two?
He better.
He bet. Yeah, right. No doubt.
He better.
And it's Soto and Ramirez. So yeah, we'll find out who the BP guy. I bet. I wonder if Julio's BP is going to be Ichiro.
That would be dope. That would just be a dope thing to have happen at the All-Star.
Right. And I know Ichiro, does throw BP, so that could be interesting.
Hey, put it in the air right now. Put it out there. Put it out there.
Ichiro it is. Plus 1,000 on Julio.
Yes, sir. Put it out there right now. Y'all need to make sure y'all get that on the Twitter right now. Ichiro for Julio's BP pitcher for the home run derby. You got to get it out there. You got to get it in the Mariners ethos to where they start thinking about it. Right?
Yeah.
You got to put it out there. Tag them hard. Tag the franchise. Tag Ichiro if he got the good Twitter.
Yeah, Seattle Mariners. Shout out to my boy Kevin Martinez. We'll have to tag him on there as well.
Hashtag sticks and sports.
Get all this stuff. We'll get it all going. So, yeah, bro, gonna be fun. Because that starts the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of nothing going on, except for the MLB Home Run Derby Monday and the All-Star Game on Tuesday in the backyard of Compton down there in Dodger Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Should be good time.
That's a good long ass way, but yeah. yeah. I feel you though. Yeah. What's up with there's a couple things that we just skipped over last go round, man. What's up with MLB expansion? Where are we going besides Vegas?
Yeah,
where do we want to take this? Where do we want to be able to visit? What has some good monuments? What has a good spot for a good baseball park? And I'm gonna tell you mine right off the rip, and I'll see if you agree.
Yeah.
Everybody is flocking to Tennessee. Everybody's going to Nashville, bro. I guarantee you with the Titans there and the Predators that the next thing that they feel like they can do 100% without a problem is put a baseball team in Nashville.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that one. I, of course, was thinking Vegas.
Yeah,
Nashville would have probably came to fruition there.
They keep doing the draft in Nashville. That's what I'm saying. They do all kinds of shit in Nashville on the low. I think Nashville is a sleeper. I think it might be a favorite because if I'm thinking this deeply about it, because I can't think of anywhere else. Or I'm gonna go to have the Sioux City Major League Baseball team. Am I gonna have the Cheyenne Major League Baseball team? No. Can't put another baseball team in Texas. Nobody cares.
No. Carolina.
Yeah.
Carolina, I know they have, from talking to our boy Dustin, I know they have the USA baseball facilities like there.
Heavy minor league.
Couple minor league teams there.
Yeah.
Like you said, you can't do another one in in Texas or Florida. I mean,
no, not at all.
Florida can't even get people to go to those ones. But you gotta. Is there something that's around like the DC?
You can't put another team in the DMV. You can't.
Nothing around there that's open.
You already got the Nationals and the Orioles. I mean, they're too close to each other already. They're probably as close as the Angels and the Dodgers are.
Yeah. I think you hit on the nose, homie. I think Nashville is the go-to. Nobody's even talking about that. You might want to start,
I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been saving that one. And I just think that there's a couple things that's in play out there. Because first of all, I even heard through the grapevine of socializing that Nashville is a dope place to go get a crib at. And I just heard this from people around my age telling me what's popping, what they feel like is going on. People thinking about moving, especially with all of the remote activity going on for employment and stuff like now. Now people think about living anywhere. And then the Titans have set up shop there, and then for them to bring the Predators there and that go off like a bomb. They've been doing it for country music. Now it's young country music done took the hell over, and it's like Coachella or Austin, Texas all the time. It's just popping out there. So, and the NFL has dabbled with having events there, so they already know what it is. So they already know that their fan base is equipped. And look at how centralized that is. You can put that team in any conference you want, because look how central that is right there in Tennessee. They can play teams in Minnesota, blah, blah, blah. Quick jump to Texas. That's fairly easy. Florida, you right there. It's just that West Coast swing would be a bitch for them. But hey, you know what I'm saying? That would be it. Because I was going to say, Kentucky don't deserve a team. You know what I'm saying? Closest team they got is the Cincinnati Reds, and that's probably good enough. So, like I said, man, I think that's the one, man. Because if they're going to do two teams, where else we going? Unless you're going to put a team back in Oakland when they move to Vegas.
I was going to say, if somehow that doesn't go through, Vegas is already prepping for a team either way. So if somehow Oakland doesn't get one, or Oakland doesn't move to Vegas, you still have to add one more team. So if you got Nashville and Vegas, if that move doesn't go through, one more city that you would be able to produce. I mean, it's been talked about Portland for a long time.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
Can they
Portland
or
Idaho or Montana? I mean, another one of these cities, the states over here. I just don't know if that's going to bring enough revenue to this area that you would get obviously in Vegas or in Nashville, like you said.
Yeah. Well, I haven't heard any more because I already booked it a couple months back about the A's moving to Vegas, but I hear that there's some stumbling blocks going on with Oakland and the A's franchise. And some inside beefs about lease agreements and discussions that they've had that they're trying to keep them there. They're really trying to keep them there.
Well, isn't the mayor attempting to buy them, or the owner of the Golden State Warriors, who used to be the mayor, is attempting to buy them? The Oakland now.
Snap! I haven't heard that.
Gosh, I don't know why I just came across that. I don't even know how long ago that was. Like within the last couple of weeks, and I kept forgetting.
But yeah, I hear the council, the council and all of that is trying to keep them from leaving. So if the A's cannot leave, they're still going to just put a new franchise in Vegas. I guarantee that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know that for a fact. So
they're just going to have multiple constructions going on at the same time for the basketball squad and the baseball stadium at the same time. And then Vegas going to be bubbled the fuck. Vegas don't even have enough freeways to deal with all of this. What is game day going to look like?
Yeah, we're going to have to get an insight from the Aaron Jones on this one.
Jones.
Jones is going to have to come through and give us all the lowdown on all the areas and where the facilities could be or where they're going right now. And because, yeah, that's wild because that football, the Legion's right across the street from the T-Mobile and New York, or whatever and all that. I haven't been down there since it's been built. But, yeah, I mean, have to get some investigations on over that to see where that is. But Las Vegas and Nashville, like you called out, great call, homie, is going to have to be the spot. I just really don't know where another big revenue city could be that's going to produce, fans to be able to do that and move. So maybe the MLB's banking on Oakland, just staying in Oakland, and then you got those 2 spots. So to make it 32.
Oh, Salt Lake City, bro.
Yeah, I guess
Salt Lake City. I mean, could Salt Lake City manage? They don't have one sports franchise, one in the state. I mean, is that because that's all that they can handle? Because that shit's sold out every game, no matter what. They've been fighting over Jazz tickets in Salt Lake City since John Stockton and the Mailman.
Yeah, that could be an option.
Because when you bring all your kids to the game and you're in Utah, that's at least 15 people.
Yeah,
that's 15 tickets.
You have the
multiple wives and all my 12 kids.
And the concessions,
yes, sir.
You're gonna get profit dollars going in there. At least you're gonna get butts in the seats.
Yeah, man, easy. And I got 2 cars that need to be parked. Come on, parking. Shoot. Shout out to polygamous relationships. Shout out to Utah.
Wow.
I love y'all. I couldn't do it, but I love y'all. It's too big of a damn headache, bro. Go ahead.
So we're gonna look into Julio being the find out who Julio's gonna get thrown to him there. We got Ichiro is our opinion. Got to find out who's gonna be the BP thrower for the home run derby. So
getting them
gonna
tweets.
Start looking
stacking
into that
the deck.
right. I'm gonna look at that right tonight, baby.
Yeah,
got to find out.
Stacking the deck. Put the idea out in the air right now.
So yeah, and hopefully
have
we'll get
edge.
Technical difficulties all figured out sometime in the next week.
Get you hardwired up and you'll be good.
My apologies in advance. Yeah, so there you have it. We're gonna Chris, you there?
The voice from beyond.
From in the dark.
Hey,
what's happening?
Me and Beyonce are here.
Yeah, I see. She's always looking over your shoulder, baby. Better be doing good.
To the left. Oh wait, no wait. To the left.
Yeah.
Camera's backwards.
Well, yeah.
Nice. Well, we just finished up an episode with Sports Fix with Sticks. Everybody subscribe, rate, and review the show.
Do that.
Muchly, greatly appreciate it. Go to thisisfunner.com for more content.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, check out the merch while you're there. Yeah, there you go. Get a hat, get a shirt. Get some cool little flippy floppies that are on there now. I've seen those. Those are dope. This is Funner, baby. Thisisfunner.com. Check it out. And we'll be back soon with some better technology on my end. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get it figured out.
On your end.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody. We appreciate you.
Peace.
Am I the host?